welcome to another episode of Afro Scientific Spirituality. My name is Efe West. If this is your first time on this channel, you're highly welcome. This is a place where we separate the facts from the fiction, the science from the superstitions, and the concept from the misconceptions about African spirituality. Today, I am going to be talking about the phenomenon of the use of ancestors' money in African spirituality. This is a situation whereby you see people giving money to the dead in African spirituality. Today, I want to talk about it to explain the reason for this kind of issue. In African spirituality, we believe that life is a continuous process. We believe in reincarnation. We believe in the afterlife, what you call the underworld, or what you call the spirit world, or what you call the ancestors plane, or the ancestral plane. In many African cultures, we have different name for this place. Okay, we call it the land of the ancestors, or the land of the ever living ones, the land of the ever living ones, or we call it the spirit world. In ancient Egypt, we call it Amente. In other cultures around the world, you will hear different names for this place. Some people call it Hades. Christians, they call it hell or heaven. But we believe that there are many planes for people that have passed away. Okay, these are humans that are no longer in the flesh form. So that's essence, that soul essence, that divine spark, that spirit that is always animating, energizing them, have to go to another plane whereby they can be able to coexist until maybe they'll live there for a while, or they will transit to another place. So we believe that when a person dies in Africa, they still need some kind of essence that we give them force, or that we give them power, that we carry them into the spirit world. Okay, so in the situation of African spirituality, we see people giving properties to the dead. As in, when somebody died during the burial, they might give them some jewelries, some properties, some money, so that they are going to use these things that have been given to them in the spirit world. Okay, in some cultures, they will kill animals and bury with them. They will give them household items. They can give them plates, pots, pans, clothes, household items. We see this a lot in ancient Egypt, whereby when a nobleman dies, they are going to bury them with a lot of properties. They are going to bury that king with lots and lots of jewelries, wealth. They might even bury them with some other humans. They have to kill some humans as well to bury along this king, so that this spirit of these people will also help him to do some things in the afterlife. We see this a lot, not only in ancient Egypt. We see this a lot in many cultures in Africa, in West Africa. Up to this present day, there are many kings that when they die, they will have to kill some people, and they will call these people like their slaves, or people that will help them to walk in their afterlife. So they'll take like maybe 10, 7 people we kill in addition to this dead king, so that with the hope that the spirits of these people will go with this king to the underworld, or to the heavenly realm, or the ancestral realm, to help them to be doing things, cooking, washing, and maybe like their personal assistants or something like that. So we have this culture in West Africa, Nigeria. There are cases whereby when a certain king dies, people will be scared to go about in the night, or there will be an announcement that this time the soldiers of that kingdom, the head hunters, we have to go out in the night to catch some people and kill them, and take their head for sacrifices or something like that, so that they are going to be buried alongside this king that have died, so that the soul of these people will escort that king to the afterlife to be helping them to walk. So this is a very common practice in ancient Africa, especially in West Africa. We have this a lot. So many kings, they have this tradition, but now they are trying to abolish it. But there are some kingdoms that still practice it secretly. We have this. This is a common knowledge in West Africa, as in Nigeria. It's a common knowledge. I am not the one that invented it. Everybody know about this phenomenon. Okay. So in this case, due to the abolishment of this kind of things, what they now do now is that they have sort of replaced this with ancestors' money, or money for the dead, whereby they'll say, okay, since you have died and you are transitioning, during the burial, they will put some certain amount of money in the grave, so that this noble person, or this king or chief, will use this money to spend in the underworld, so that we not go there empty-handed. So that when people see them as noble people, how will they know they are rich? Of course, if they don't have wealth, they will not know. So they will put some money inside the grave of this person. So this has led to the phenomenon whereby we see people putting money in graves in Africa. Okay, so in traditional burials in Africa, as in West Africa, it is not uncommon to see people giving money to the dead where they want to bury this person, especially when they lie them in state. Somebody will come and we put some money into the coats of this dead person to bury them, that use to spend this one, or use this as transport fare. They call it transport fare. As you are going on this your journey to the other side, you need some money to pay your way, or in case of wherever you are going, if somebody asks you for something, you should be able to give them something to spend until you get to where you are going. So this is a common practice. So when you go to many burials in Africa, Nigeria, you see people putting money in the pocket of the dead. It is a very normal thing. This is the belief, okay, that dead people need to spend money, or dead people are going on a journey, and they need some money to pay the keeper of the dead, or the gate man of the kingdom, when they get to where they are going. In order to get in, they will have to pay the dead, the leader of the place, that kind of mentality. So this is the situation. So some people too, they miss this. Maybe they didn't attend the burial, or maybe they want to go for remembrance of this dead person. It is also not uncommon to see people also leaving money on the grave of their loved ones in the cemetery. So we also practice this in our African spirituality. It's normal. I have also practiced it as well. The hope is that you giving this loved one some money to spend in the afterlife. Okay, because according to the story, that the dead people in their own world, they also spend money, and they also have spiritual properties as well. So you can also give them some money. Okay, the money is not normally big, oh. It's just little bills. Okay, it's not like you are going to go and load hundreds of dollars there. It is little money you can give to them. Maybe you just put like $10, $20, 1,000, 2,000 naira, not more than that. It's symbolic. Okay, one thing is that it's a kind of showing love to them, that you care about them, even in death you care about them. And if this money can be able to help them in any way, shape or form in that place, if they are actually using it there, they should still have it. Because in the spirit world, the dead cannot really take anything from the living world except we give it to them. That's why it is important for us to give offerings and libations to the dead. So giving money also is a part of like doing libation. You're giving them something that they can use to act on this physical world. So if there's anything they can be able to do with that money, they will use it for that. So there are ways of giving them this money. One way is that you can just bring out the money, or you say your prayer, or you say your intention, you drop it on the grave. You can be coins. Most times people use coins, or you can use note as well. Okay, there are also sometimes you can burn the money too. After saying your incantations or your prayers, you burn the money. The smoke from this money will go to them. Same way you are burning your insect smoke when it gets to the spirit world. You can also burn the money if you don't want to put it there on the grave. You can burn it. So these are the two ways that they normally give money to the dead. Then we have seen this trend a lot, especially in Asia. Uh, they have this ancestors money, but these are fake money, especially in the Chinese tradition. We see this in China a lot. Chinese people, they have been able to create an industry in this. They have fake money. These are photocopied money, or just copy money. The people are not selling it now. If you go online, you see ancestors money, you see people selling some kind of note they just create out of their own imagination, that you should be giving this money to your ancestors for them to spend. For me, that thing is is just a industry people create to make money out of spirituality. It doesn't make sense to give fake money to your ancestors, because if it is fake money in this real life, it will also be fake money in the spirit world. And fake money cannot work in the spirit world. The essence of us giving money to the dead is that that energetic quality, characteristic of that money, the power of that money being passed around, being used for actual transactions in real life. That is the energy that we want to pass to these ancestors or to this spirit, so that they can be able to use this same power to make transactions in the spirit world. So the essence of you burning fake money to the ancestors, it doesn't make sense to me, because you cannot use it in real life. Nobody will accept it in real life. Then who will accept it in the spirit world? Who? It will not work. It has to be real, and it has to be money that have been used to settle transactions in real life. Okay, for it to work, it must be real money, and it must have been used by human beings to buy and sell. Okay, it must be real money for this to work. It cannot be fake money. So this trend of people now selling photocopied dollars, photocopied money on the internet, for me that is rubbish. Okay, it doesn't make sense. Okay, imagine you as a spirit, you somebody's giving you fake money. What are you going to do with it? It doesn't make sense. So I have looked at this matter, and this is something that I have studied. I have also practiced it. For it to work for any kind of spiritual, that money has to be real money. It doesn't matter the bill, whether it's small denominations or large denominations. It must be real money that you must use for this kind of spiritual exercise or operation. Okay, so this fake money trend we see online, they call it the selling, is nonsense. It's rubbish. Please don't go and buy into that. Don't let anybody deceive you that it's crap. Okay, it's crap. Let me just put it like that. So this thing I see, I don't want to talk about other people's tradition, but in African spirituality, I see people calling Kemetic money billion, zillion dollar notes. Somebody just imagine this nonsense and want to make money off this thing. It is rubbish. Okay? If you want to give money to your loved ones, get money from your own note. Don't go and waste money you buying fake money with real money to give to the dead. That is stupidity. I have to say it like that, okay? It is simple, clear case stupidity. It will not work, does not make sense. It does not have any scientific, spiritual validity, okay? So this is my thought on this case of people selling ancestors' money online. It's another form of scam, okay? Fake money will not work for this kind of thing. It has to be real money, and most times the money have to come from a real transaction. Okay, so we see this a lot in African spirituality now. Ancestors' money, people are using real money to buy fake money to give to their ancestors. I see this in Chinese culture a lot. I'm not seeing it creeping into voodoo. African spirituality is not creeping in here. It is total crap. Okay, it does not make sense. Then we see this a lot in America, especially American military. Uh, they always put money at the grave of military men. This is like an American tradition, and I am sure they copied it from African people as well. So they have been able to delineate certain kind of their money quotas and pens for different sort of servicemen. I don't know how they do it, but the kind of coin they drop on the grave of their servicemen symbolizes how close they are to that person. So they have this tradition of leaving coins on the grave of fallen soldiers. So we see this in the military world. They do this, leaving coins for their soldiers and on the grave. Then we see this trend also in like in Greece. They have this spirits that guides people to the underworld that you have to pay them a nickel for them, for the spirit to take you, like symbolizes the spirit of death. You have to pay them a little money to cross you over to the land of the dead. If you don't pay them, you can't cross. So we see this trend of giving money to the dead again. For people that also practice some sort of making contact with the dead, necromancy, or spirit communication, they also give money to the dead as well. This is another practice. The essence is that they are kind of paying them for their services and kind of empowering them with this money. And they normally use real money for this. Sometimes you see African spirituality in ancient times and even in present time, we still use cowries as a form of money. We use cowries, then they use very old coins or colonial coins. People still use them for offerings as well. And then new money, we use all kind of money, but the main thing is that the money have to be real money. Okay, anything fake money does not make sense. Okay, so the money they use has to be real money. So this is the way I see the use of money or giving money to the dead. Okay, this is my take on the issue, and questions and comments are welcome as usual once again. And please like and share my videos, subscribe to this channel, hit the notification bell close to the subscribe button so you'll be the first to get my videos as soon as I release them. And also, if you want to learn about African spirituality, my website is still here waiting for you, riverofknowledge.com. Yeah, I teach authentic African spirituality from an Afrocentric perspective. You're going to learn a lot from here, so that is why I call it the River of Knowledge. Okay, then if you want to read my book on science and spirituality, the origin of quantum physics, it is still here waiting for you. Here we talk about African spirituality from a scientific point of view. So yeah, there's no gatekeeping, and I don't stress you. I try to make it clear, as simple as possible. So I encourage you to support me. You can donate to this channel, and you can also register for my courses, and there's a lot of resources here that's going to help you to move you forward in your spiritual growth and to give you a clear path. Okay, so with that being said, I thank you very much. So this is what I have for you today. I wish you a very, very wonderful day, of course, and I'll be seeing you in the next video as usual. So take care and bye. Peace.